Alright, yeah, welcome back to the next round of the Magic Duels subscriber tournament with our Burning Madness deck. Without further ado, let's get into the game, shall we? I'll see you there. Alright, we're in. We're on the play. Cannot in my sane mind keep that hand, unfortunately. This one, however, I think we can take. We've got the Thermal Alchemist on turn 2. We can Avacyn's Judgment and then maybe Arms of the Vein. Later down the line, Reality Smasher perhaps. We are against a Teamer Emerge deck, our opponent being Peace and Chug. Alright, leads off with an Evolving Wild, so he's going to be able to set up his mana however he wishes. He's 3 colours, so it will take him a little while to set up properly. Which we won't have the same issues, because we already have all the colours we need. So, unlike the last round, looks like Mana Screw is not in our story today. So we have the double black, we have the double red, we just need another land, and we're set up to cast pretty much everything. Maybe the Reality Smasher is one thing we need though. Okay, so Asylum Visitor. I think we want to play a Mountain and go with a Thermal Alchemist, try to get as much value out of our burn as possible. He goes with a Grapple with the Past. Okay, it's a land, a cultist, and another land. Which one's he gonna take? To the land. Okay. So he probably has something he wants to set up. I'm not sure if he has any delirium stuff in there, but I imagine this is just to grab his emerge creatures and his emerge sacrifices. Foul Emissary is one of those things. So he gets to look at the top 4 cards and find a creature, put the rest into his graveyard. Goes with a Drownyard Behemoth. Has X-Proof as long as it came in this turn. Alright. So that's 8 emerge, 5 total. I think we want to burn that away, because that makes his emerge creatures 3 less to cast. And we don't want that. So I think I'm going to swamp. I'm going to ping our opponent. And then I'm going to spread the Avacyn's Judgment between his creature and him. And that'll hold off the emerge for some time. Hopefully, anyway. And then we'll ping him on our end step. With our hand currently, we have 3, 6, 9, 12 burn with our Alchemist. Whirler Rogue. Ooh. I'd like to see a land here. If we see a land, we can burn away the Rogue and point 3 at his face. So here's to the land. Yes! Fantastic. So we're going to ping him. We're going to Collective Defiance. 3 to our opponent, 4 to the Whirler Rogue. Yet again, keeping him off that emerge for as long as humanly possible. Because that's when it gets out of control, because he'll have creatures we just can't touch anymore. Alright. If we hit a colourless land next turn, preferably a Sanitarium, we can Reality Smasher past his Thopter tokens. Okay, he's getting in with his 2. That's fine. He's at 5 at the moment. Don't know Emerge well enough to know what the costs are for his bigger creatures. I know he'll be able to cast one though if we don't get rid of the Whirler Rogue. But unfortunately we don't have burn to do that. A Twin Bolt is enough to do that. We're getting some sweet draws here. So we'll be able to Twin Bolt and then Asylum Visitor. We won't get any value out of the Asylum Visitor. Not for quite some time anyway. But if he attacks in the air completely, then we should be able to. So what kind of things can he do with Emerge? Mythic is Decimator of Provinces, which gives his creatures +2/+2, I think, and Trample, something like that. He had the one that can give himself Hexproof, which we'll have to chump for a little while. Okay, he's going to get him with 4. So we'll ping him again, down to 11. So he's down to 10, down to 7, down to 4, down to 3. Just need another burn spell, and I think we might have this. He's got a lot of burn in the, a lot of damage in the air, though. That's one thing that we have to worry about. Chandra is a dead card for us, unfortunately. Also, fortunately, though, we do have Arms of the Vein to gain 3 life, which should hold him off for a little while. So let's ping him for 3, gain 3, up to 17. Pass the turn over. We can get him down to 6. Then we can get him down to 3 and 2. So we just need one more burn spell. And we've got this. So I imagine we're going to see an emerge creature come out, sacking the Whirler Rogue, because that's 4 less off the emerge. Pulsar Marassa, damn it. This is going to gain 6 life. Gets back a Foul Emissary. Can't cast it this turn though. So he's up to 13. Just gonna get him with those guys. Alright, we'll ping him again. Oh, that life gain. That's really bad. Dragon Skull Summit. If we had a colourless land, we could have Reality Smashed a little bit of damage through, but we don't. So it's just going to have to be a Thermo Alchemist into Arms of the Vein. If we hit another land, then we can Chandra wipe his board away. Depending on how he taps as well, we might plus to get in a little bit more damage. So we'll have to see. Still can't get in with my Asylum Visitor though, because he can just jump with a Thopter token. So we're going down to 10 currently with his Thopter tokens. But I imagine this Emissary comes into another emerge creature. Can't help but figure that's exactly why he whiffed. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's why he ended up grabbing that one back, because he gets a 3/2 Eldrazi Horror from it when he uses it for emerge. Okay, so he's just going to get him for 4. Interesting. Right. We're going to ping him. Down to 7. Come on, land. Come on, land. Yes! Oh, beautiful land. Beautiful land. Chandra comes down. We -2 Chandra. Wipe the board. Should have probably tried to get him with the Asylum Visitor, but he was going to block it anyway. I think we all know. That might close it out now. It's down on double green. It's got a Dark Slick Drake. Okay. That can potentially take care of our Chandra in the future. If we don't just win. Come on, top deck. Call the Bloodline is not the draw we wanted. So if we plus Chandra, keeps her alive for the Drake to not kill her. If we zero cast, we can potentially just win. But that's only potentially. Whereas we can get 4 in right now. Yeah, I think we just want to plus Chandra. He's got an Elder Deep Fiend. Oh dear. So we should have gone for the 0 then, by the looks of it. That's going to be able to kill our Chandra now. Should have floated that mana actually. Oh no, we're in the attack step, so doesn't matter. Actually, we can keep Chandra alive with the Call the Bloodline, because we can discard the Reality Smasher to chump the Deep Fiend. And we'll do it in his attack step, just in case there's any more flashing shenanigans. This is a rare, so the odds of him having another one are quite low. Okay. So he's getting in. Hopefully he doesn't have anything to give it trample. He doesn't. But he does have another Drake. Oh, this is very close. Mockery of Nature to destroy our Call the Bloodline and draw him a card. Okay. Lightning Axe. We can Lightning Axe. Yeah, we've won. So Lightning Axe, killing that, paying 5. Tap the Thermo Alchemist. Yeah, I think he's wasn't happy with that one. Plus the Chandra. That was a sweet top deck. Not much our opponent could have done about that though. He almost had us. Just almost had us. Ah, that's game 1 down though. Alright guys. I'll see you in the next game. Alright, we're back. Our opponent is on the play again. If we hit a red land, this is the dream hand. So I think I'm going to keep it. If we get mana screwed though, we're in a bit of trouble. So we'll see. We got very lucky on a... Oh, oh my god. Yeah, we've been getting very lucky with our draws. So I'm very happy to see this hand now with what is in it. Okay. Opponent is grappling with his past. And... Ooh, Reality Smasher, Bounding Crisis, and an island. He takes the island. Okay, so we don't have to worry about these two just yet. But he will be hitting his land drop on time. So we'll go with a swamp and pass the turn over. Next turn begins the burn. So we can Arms of the Vein him, since it's sorcery speed, and then if we draw into any lands in the future, our collective defiance get better. So we'll leave these till later because they're obviously more useful, and then we'll try to close out the game with the Firecraft. So he is running blue, but I doubt he's running counters. So, but just to avoid that potential counter, we'll leave that till last, till it is relevant. Okay, so we're gonna Arms of the Vein him. Drain 3 and pass the turn over. Our opponent, by the way, did put out a Ruins of Oran Reef, so he can potentially give his colourless creatures an extra counter. Dark Slick Drake. That would mean that I want to Collective Defiance, so here's to a land. Oh, not quite. Yeah, don't want his Dark Slick Drake out. because that's 4 off of an emerged creature, and he's already at 4, which means he can pretty much cast any of them, I think. Which is... Oh. That can do more damage to the opponent, so I think we're going to have to Collective Defiance it. 4 damage to target creature. He does get to draw a card off of this, unfortunately. But it will keep him off emerging this turn. And we can continue to burn him. Whirler Rogue. Ugh, same stands again. You can't afford to keep wasting my burn on his creatures, though. I want to see a land here. A land here makes Collective Defiance worth using on his creatures. Preferably a swamp, or at least some sort of black source. That's a Chandra. I suppose we can Fiery Temper this Whirler Rogue this time, since we don't have to do the 4 damage to it. Yeah. Burn away his Whirler Rogue, stop him from emerging. He's at 6 lands this turn though, so he's not far off doing it anyway. So if he does play out another creature that can be emerged for profit, then we're just gonna, from this point on, we're gonna go straight for his face. Oh no, not a Reality Smasher. 9 damage here. That's the worst possible draw he could have had for us. There is nothing we can do about that. We're at 14. It's a shame. If we had 2 extra lands, we could point one of these Collective Defiances at his creature on purpose in order to discard for the Madness ability, but we don't. I think we're just going to have to keep Arms of the Vein in his face. It's going to keep our life total up a little bit and give us some time to draw into something. Though I don't see us drawing into anything useful at this point. I think this game is done for already. We're getting nowhere near Chandra, which potentially could have helped us before the Reality Smasher was down. But, alas, we're down to 8. We can survive an extra turn. We have another mountain. If we Collective Defiance away his token and deal 3 damage to him, he's got 7 damage on the board. Can he push through any more? He's got a lot of flashing creatures like Bounding Krasis. So I don't think we can... but if he's got Bounding Krasis, then Arms of the Vein's not going to help either, so... It's going to have to be Collective Defiance, ping one of his creatures, burn him. If he has a flash creature, we lose. We've probably lost anyway, because we don't have a single way. If we hit a Lightning Axe, we can get rid of the Reality Smasher. A Cultist, so if it dies, he draws a card. Yep. Yeah, Lightning Axe, I think could save us potentially, but we'd be discarding the crap out of our hand to do it. And it's a Sanitarium. So yeah, we're dead. We are dead. Don't see any way around this. Because we could firecraft it, we have to discard, then we've got 2 mana left open, we can't deal the last of that 2 mana. If we had 1 extra mana, we could have killed the Reality Smasher, but then we're dead to the rest of the creatures, so he's just... yeah, he's absolutely murderized us here. Nothing we could do about it. Let's just arms him and then pass the turn over, I suppose. And hope the next game goes better for us. Drownyard Behemoth. Yeah, very dead. Very dead indeed. Forgot this thing had flash, actually. So yeah, he's got a lot of flash creatures, so we've always got to bear that in mind. That he could flash anything out at will. I'm not sure what he thinks we have, but he might as well just come in for the attack here. He's getting another Behemoth out. He did say that his deck wasn't performing, so to allow him to absolutely dominate us, I suppose that's only fitting. I'll allow it, happily. There we go. Very dead. Alright guys, down to the 3rd final game. I'll see you there. Alright, we're back in. Ooh. Yeah, kinda like this. We get turn 2 Alchemist into turn 3 Firecraft. We have hard-casted removal for Emerge and an Arms, potentially. I would have preferred one of these to be a black source, but we can't win everything. Our opponent is on the play again, which does not bode well for me. Oh, there's the black source. Oh, this game, this might be the one to do it. We're going to take each play very slowly. And I'm not going to throw this game away. It's about time that I won a game, so maybe this is the one to do it. Alright, turn 2 Alchemist. Our opponent fears the Alchemist, by the way, so yeah, that bodes well. I'd like to hit another black source for the murder, and then from that point on I'd like to never see lands again. For the most part, anyway. Could do with a Sanitarium or some sort of discard outlet. Alright. Opponent gets a Foul Emissary. And they get an Elder Deep Fiend. So it's 7 with 2 blue. Alright, okay. Gotta bear that in mind. Come on. That's a double black source. So, 7, 2 blue. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can play a land and Deep Fiend next turn potentially and get a 3-2. Or we can burn it. We can always murder it straight after, I suppose. So let's Thermal Alchemist, play a mountain, Arms of the Vein him, drain him for 3. See if he wants to Deep Fiend this turn. He will still get to keep a 3-2 through using the Foul Emissary. Explosive Vegetation, he's not doing it this turn. Okay, that bodes well. So we can get him down to 15, down to 12, down to 11, down to 10, down to 6. So we can get him down to 6 with our current hand. Or 5 with another Thermal Alchemist tap. Let's ping him. Right, so... oh, beautiful. It means we have to take a turn off of burning him, though, that's the thing. Because we can't Arms of the Vein. Yeah, I think it has to be done. I think we need to make the most out of the burn that we have in hand. So we'll do that. Even using the murder is an extra untap for our Thermo Alchemists. Nissa's renewal. Okay, so he gets 3 lands and gains 7 life. I still think with 2 alchemists we can come back from this. It's not the end of the world at the moment. But it does mean that pretty soon he's going to be able to hard cast all of his emerge cards. Right, so Mountain, double ping with the Alchemist, Arms of the Vein, untap Asylum Visitor, and then we get to ping him again. So we've got quite the aggressive hand here. But he's up to where he needs to be, so this is still going to be close. We have hard cast removal for the first one that comes through that proves to be a threat. He's going to grapple with the past. He's got a Lashweed Lurker, Drownyard Behemoth. He's gone with a Lashweed Lurker to bounce one of our creatures back on top of our library. Okay. So that does slow us down. It was a good play by our opponent to do that. And he's making his... Is he spreading the love? He's spreading the love. Okay, that's good. Because that means we can block with the Asylum Visitor against his Eldrazi Horror token. And we can just leave his Lurker alone. If we ever want to remove it, then we can murder. So, down comes the Alchemist. Tap the Alchemist. Do we want to use the Firecraft now? Or do we want to wait until we've got the Alchemists to be able to tap twice? At this point, I think we might as well just hold the Firecraft for the great value. It's a bit greedy, though. If we Firecraft now, we have a better chance of emptying our hand for the Asylum Visitor. But we know he's got an Elder Deep Fiend to tap down our stuff as well. So, spending the murder on the Lashweed Lurker doesn't necessarily help us, and we also want to use our Asylum Visitor to chump this 4-3 in the future. I think we still want to take the greedy play though. Let's allow it to go. Pulsar Marassa. Oh, he's just gaining far too much life. Going with the Foul Emissary. That's probably going to help him get the Deep Fiend out. I think he's got us. I really do. Foul Emissary comes down. Gains card advantage. Must have hit something. Decimator of Provinces. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. We've got to remember that the Elder Deep Fiend has Flash. So it will be coming down at the end of our turn. I'm going to trade off that token. I don't need any more damage coming through. Lightning Axe. We don't have the mana to not discard. I think we want to Thermal Alchemist, ping him twice. When the Deep Fiend comes down, we'll murder it, which will untap our Alchemist, allow us to block something. Let's do that. He's going to Deep Fiend now. He is going to Deep Fiend now. Probably tapping our lands, and then in response to our lands being tapped, we will float the mana ourselves. And say continue. He gets a 3/2. We get to kill 6/5 or the 5/6. I suppose we'll kill the Elder Deep Fiend because he can sack this stuff. He can tap these to make his creatures bigger. So we get to untap. Kill his Deep Fiend. Is that really untapping? We'll find out. Oh no, it's just that. Never mind. Alright, and let's pass the turn over. Short of a fair... Oh, not another pulse. It's too much life gain. Too much life gain for a burn deck to handle. I think I've lost again. Because he's back up at 22. He's right where he needs to be. We know he has a Decimator of Provinces in his hand. Which means he can swing a lot of damage past us. And trample it at the same time. Here it comes. He gets a 3/2 token. He gets a lot of trampling damage. Yeah. He's got us. It's game. No. The moment I saw life gain, there was just no chance this game was ever going to go well for me. So, do that. Do that. And he's at 20 life, and look at his board state, so... Yeah. GG, opponent. Yeah, well. Alright, guys. That's it for this round of the tournament. So, if you enjoyed the content, then be sure to leave a like. If you love the content, then be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for the 4th round. And if you're not quite sure, stay for the end card, see the rest of the content I've got to offer, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.